Morning thoughts with Mama D. And it's not even morning, it's lunchtime. And it's almost lunchtime is almost over. Why is this so hard? Why is it that taping a segment that is hopefully less than 5 minutes takes me forever? This morning I did not try to make a Mama D's Moments. I just had a busy morning. So I said, you know what, on my schedule, I said I was going to do Mama D Moments. I said I wanted to do morning thoughts, and I want to be true to my word. So here we go. So thoughts with Mama D. So it's not morning thoughts, it's just my thoughts. And I tried to do a French braid. I don't know if I'm loving it or liking it. The verdict's still out. But so I do have hair. It may look like I'm bald-headed, but okay, I digress. Today I wanted to talk about new school, homeschool, the new school. What are your thoughts? What are you going through? This is crazy. And I understand that we're in a time and we're in a season where things are not necessarily going well, and we're trying to social distancing, and in a nutshell, we're all just trying to be safe. We're trying to do or trying to figure out how to be safe in a time where there's so much uncertainty. And I won't go into that. That could be another Mama D moment. But for parents, I know it's got to be crazy, especially if you have more than one child. So if you have even two children, you've got, Susie over here and Johnny over here, and Susie's in a different grade than Johnny. And then Susie's trying to figure out what's going on in Johnny's class because he's over here laughing. And then Johnny doesn't want Susie looking at her screen. And then Susie's tired of sitting in the chair, and the chair is not comfortable, and the chair is hurting her back. And she's tired of sitting at the table. She's tired of staring at the screen. Kids are having more screen time than they used to. Chaos and confusion, let alone a teacher who's trying to, she has no control. So if we go back to pre-COVID, there were times where teachers were said to have no control in their classroom. This is absolutely no control. You have no control about the home environment. I saw something on Facebook and it was hilarious, but it was serious. It was a teacher, maybe I should look up schools but I'm just gonna give you the gist. It was a teacher and it looked like a town hall meeting, and basically she was reading this list about what parents should do or be mindful of while homeschooling. And there's some things that were like, wait, what? Being dressed, being mindful that the child is actually in school, that there's other children that can see what's going on in your home, not walking around smoking weed, joints, the conversation that's being held in the home, cussing, inappropriate language that other kids are hearing while they're on they're in their school setting. Not getting your child dressed, so letting your child get on Zoom for school, but they're in their pajamas, or they're sitting at the table eating their breakfast before they get on, while they're on the Zoom, like they're sitting at the table, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I wouldn't want somebody to see my house dirty. So I'd be like, you sitting right here. You sitting in this little place. Not to say my house is dirty, but you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want, number one, I wouldn't want somebody to see my child inappropriately dressed. I don't want the teachers or administrators or other parents or other students to see my child in their pajamas. They said one little girl had on a gown or some kind of pajama attire. And I'm trying to think, did she not have on any underwear? So it's just like, come on, parents. We've got to do better. I know it's crazy. I know it's chaos, but we've got to do better. Like, we've got to be mindful that this is new, this is different, but hold yourself to a higher standard than that. But teachers, in that same token, you've got to be accountable. You still got to be prepared for the lesson. You still have to try to control the room. You still have to ask parents to maintain the structure and the integrity. Oh, and she was saying that, like, when they break for maybe like break or lunch, the kids don't come back. So And I'm like, how, what? So this is chaos. This is crazy. I said it from the beginning. Unless it's a homeschool curriculum where the mom or the organization has set it together, and maybe LAUSD needs to talk to some of those organizations, unfortunately, our kids are maybe not going to get the education that they need in this type of environment, and we might need to think of Plan B. What are your thoughts? Because I talked about dress code, I talked about the rules, I talked about logging out. Like, kids kids, and it's like they watch social media, they watch platforms where people are putting up poster boards that are of them, and it shows that they're being attentive, but they're not. They're behind there on gaming systems, eating, doing other things. And kids are easily distracted. For real. Like, you thought kids were distracted before, but now, mommy walks by and they, okay, where's mommy going? What's mommy doing? Okay. Or your sister, class is clapping or something. Okay. You want to look on their computer. How do you keep them engaged or, not being distracted by the other child in the room, by the parent in the room, by the cat, the dog, a car driving by. I commend parents and teachers for trying to orchestrate through this. And then when we have our kids in kindergarten and first grade, you could barely keep them quiet or sitting down on the carpet or at their desk. And, kindergarten was only half day. And now we got them on a computer screen. And you got mom who's telling them what to do, like mom in the background. And so I just want to hear your thoughts. Like, am I off kilter by saying like, this is crazy, I think we need to think of Plan B. But in all this concern and all this statement, I still say the number one concern is to keep the teachers, the administrators, and the children safe. So let me know your thoughts. Mama D's Moments, real talk, real life.